Hi, what's up guys, and welcome back to part 2 of Harlech Castle, Wales. Christmas Eve, blowing a gale, and it's raining, and it's foggy a little bit, and we're up in the mountains in Wales. So we just did part 1, and we contacted two spirits called Aldous and Camilla, and a third lady called Margaret came through.
And Camilla's just come through again.
Yeah, we've just switched the equipment back on now, and we've had Camilla through again, so we now know that she must be a strong spirit here, and we're going to ask some more questions and find out some more about this lady. Okay, Andy, I'll let you get on with your investigation, and I'll just take care of the lighting and the filming and stuff. So we've managed to light up the castle a little bit for you guys because the lights went out on part 1, but they are on a timer, so it wasn't paranormal.
Gentlemen.
Camilla, are you still here, please? Would you like to come through for us? Is that an owl?
That is. That was before.
But that wasn't from before, was
that
it?
wasn't an owl before. There was no way an owl before. It wasn't even the same.
Well, I think the owls are coming out now because the castle lights have gone out.
Yeah.
Maybe it was too bright from before. Okay, so if...
My name is Catherine.
Catherine. So all these people must be connected to this castle, these names that we're getting through. Would you like to talk to us? Tell us why you're still here. Do you haunt this place? Was this your home? Okay, so Andy's going to do a bit of old-fashioned spirit box with the radio. Scan through the frequencies and see if any ghosts want to come through with their messages, their voices. Are there any spirit people here, please? Any ladies would like to come through and talk to us? I heard something down with that spirit talker. Sarah. With a Z or an S? One of these torches is on the blink. I'm going to knock it off because it's getting a bit... it's going to disturb the shoot. I'll keep this one in my hand because it's flashing a little bit weird. Would you like to give us some messages about your castle, please? Some history? We'd like to hear it from you people who lived here. Torch is flashing weird. It's very distracting when a torch flashes weird like that.
I'm surprised them going off at 9 o'clock. Again.
Was it 9 when they went out? It's winter though, innit? Maybe summertime they knock it off at 11 and then winter it's 9. Because the ones at Denby went out at 11, if you remember. Same thing, we were doing paranormal. What? Did you hear something?
Never.
Never what? Fear. That sounded like fear.
Fear.
I heard never and then fear. Never fear. Are you telling us not to be afraid? That you're friendly?
Can you say your name? Can you say your name? Louder. More clearly. Say your name. Can you say why are you here?
Sometimes when you get that distortion, I think it's someone trying to come through. Not quite not quite getting it, not quite hitting it properly, you know, getting through.
Make out the dark.
Make out the dark. Well, we'll film around in case any orbs can show themselves. The castle's back there and it's really pitch black. It's wet. Well, yeah, it is, isn't it, right now? It's damp. We're just going to film around in the dark to see if we can get any spirit lights or spirit orbs coming forward. Anyone would like to show themselves on camera right now? I'm Alison and this is Andy. Did you get anything you understand? Or was it just anything significant come through?
Just it's wet.
Oh yeah. We got those names through, didn't we? Camila and Aldous come through again. Which are very rare and unusual names to come through twice here. Play, something about play. Song. Might just be a DJ coming through saying I'm going to play this song, and it probably sometimes I think you do get just natural things off the radio coming. So Camila and Aldous, you came through before to speak to us. Would you like to try and come back and talk to us some more? We come as friends. You said you were happy and you said that you were enjoying this evening, so if you are, then please come back and talk to us. Please invite us to your Christmas Eve party. We've come down from Manchester today. That'd be a good reason not to let us in. If your name's not down, you're not coming in. We'll try something else if that's not working. The EMF meters have not flickered now, but they flickered before, didn't they, when we made our way back down here?
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
my thoughts are maybe, yeah, it's possible. The reason we're struggling to get communication is
That torch is getting on my wick. Just let me knock this one off. There's always one that plays up. Right, switch that one off. It's no use to us at all, that. It's just making interference. Right,
Yeah.
carry on.
would people of here spoke only Welsh?
Maybe.
And I don't know any Welsh.
Oh, it would have been Gaelic probably, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like the old Gaelic or something,
Yeah,
really.
So I don't know Welsh.
So, Aldous, Camila, if you're still here, would you like to give us some old Gaelic Welsh words?
But is it that in the spirit world that they can understand any?
Well, I thought they could just do any language in the spirit world.
Is it possible that?
Because, you know, you've had YouTubers going out to Italy and France and asking out in English and getting replies in English in ancient buildings, so I'm thinking that it doesn't matter once you've crossed over.
Yeah, that's something that
I don't know, to be honest, but I'm only going off what evidence other people have got, that they can just switch from language to language. Because they've even sort of asked out in French and Italian in some places and Spanish and got answers in English, so a bit like me when I'm ordering food, innit, off the menu and I'm doing my best French and they go, yeah, we've got some, you can have chips as well if you like, and I'm like, oh my god, was my French that bad? You answering me in English. There is something shrieking now in the background, but I think it's an owl, is it that? But that's not what we heard before, is it?
Who are you? And what keeps you here? It doesn't matter if you can't speak, if you only speak in your own Welsh language. It doesn't matter. I might not know what you're saying, but I will know that you're here. Can you say something in Welsh, in your own Welsh language? That would be the icing on the cake if somebody spoke in Welsh.
It would really, it would be good.
That would be great. Could you say something in your own language?
That sounded like a bin, someone putting a bin out or a bin blowing or whatever. It's alright.
to the bins.
Yeah. Got to rule out all the things it could be, haven't you, before you start with the paranormal? There's somebody locking the door, so yeah.
Did you say something to me in Welsh? Did you say hello?
Oh, that sounded like hello.
In the home.
Is that where it's come up as, in the home?
In the home.
In what home? In this home over here?
This home.
I was pointing my camera over there and he said in the home. I'm wondering if he thinks...
1990s.
So this is recent then. Did you pass away recently?
Was that at home?
Maybe that was a care home. Maybe it still is a care home. Maybe somebody died there in the 90s. This is interesting because now we've got a recent ghost coming through.
Can you give me your name?
What have you seen?
Oh, it's
The
your bag.
bag? My bag's there, yeah. What, did you see something moving?
I don't know.
You just look startled there.
Unmarked graves.
Yeah, well that might be round here.
So there might be a lot of unmarked graves
Yeah.
in here.
So that's interesting. I pointed at that and it said it in the home, 1990s.
Headache.
That sounds like that's a care was a care home, doesn't it? It looks like
Just
some
like
other
that
spirit just slipped through for a minute there. Well, I mean, I don't know if it is now, but it could have been back in the day, couldn't it? 30 years ago it could have been. Maybe somebody else has just stepped forward to say that they're here and that they've passed. Because really it's like...
Just a minute. Just let me check this out.
Alright. Alright. So while Andy's gone off on a mission, we'll just talk to you a little bit about where we are and what we did on the first part, which really it's helpful to you watching if you watch the first part first, because Harlech is a village high up in the mountains in Wales, and it's got a castle, this one here, which has just gone into darkness now because the lights went out. And it's a really old stone village, so we're conducting a paranormal. We had the names Camilla and Aldous come through and Margaret, which we think are attached to this castle because they're pretty old names. So Andy's coming back with...
What did you say?
about a care home. So what did you get? Rest home? Seriously? Did you ask what it was? Up there? No. Right, so... Sometimes this can happen, right? You can be asking out for old ancient ghosts connected with old buildings like this, and then something more recent can step in. Right over there we've got a stone building, yeah, it looks like a hotel. And it said, in the home, 1990s.
Can you give me your name?
I know it said rest home.
Can you give me your name?
So this is a recent person then. Someone who was in that home up there.
Can you give me your name?
It's interesting.
So
Did you see something go past? Because you legged it up there.
No, I wondered what that place was there.
Okay. Oh, I see, right, okay, yeah. I'm thinking it's got to be that building up there.
But if you think, if that was, they might have wheeled people around here to sit in them benches there.
Yeah, they might have done, that's the point.
Am I right with that? Did you come and sit in those benches there in the castle? And
Yeah, to look at the castle.
A nice day.
Yeah, they probably did, you know. Yeah, they probably did. So we're inviting any spirits to come forward and talk to us, even if you're recent ones from the care home, the rest home.
Spirits who want to talk to us.
Anybody at all?
Anybody at all.
It's Christmas Eve, we'll have the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and we'll even have the ghost of Christmas future.
Elevator.
Oh, there.
Yeah, well maybe they've got one in there, like maybe they put the Stenner stairlift in for them or something.
Gollum tails circular.
Golems? We've heard this before, it's a film, innit? What was that film?
Gollum is like a devil.
Is that what it means? And what does it say?
It said Gollum before.
Yeah.
Manipulate.
But would that not be an old Welsh word for devil?
It says Gollum tails circular. I'll have to Google that.
Gollum, yeah, but maybe it's saying that there's some...
Gollum is like a devil, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Something like that, something
But we've not had that before, and we're getting it in Wales. So I'm wondering if it's an old Welsh
Yeah,
word.
I'll find out what Gollum means. What Gollum means.
We once went seeing a film, didn't we? What was that called now? I couldn't make head or tail of it.
It was like, she was like a female Jack the Ripper, weren't she?
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, but they thought it was somebody else, a guy, and then they realised it was a woman.
But what does Gollum, it means devil, does it?
And then they rescued her from being hung and got her off the case. And then suddenly the policeman who realised that actually it was her.
Right. Jill the Ripper.
Yeah,
I'm not buying it for a minute. Anyway.
It was a good...
But Gollum, you think it means... You think it means
some
devil sort of thing?
Devil, something like that. Yeah, it was.
Gollum tails circulating. That's an interesting phrase, really, isn't it? So I wonder if there was some like dark tales, because it said before, didn't it, something about dark energies on the first part? We got dark energies.
A knot.
What is that? So you might get some Welsh Gaelic words coming through that we're not going to understand unless we look them up. Or unless there's any Welsh people watching can help us with the Gaelic, if you can spot any words come through that you recognise.
Enter or church.
Nurtured.
Fed her, and
How engineered.
That's like a child, isn't it?
something like
That's
that.
a long...
Something, fed her and nurtured.
Yeah.
Something, and then something about an axe.
An axe, well, yeah, well, it's a castle, innit? Did have axes on the walls in there for all different things. Mostly it's used for the guillotine, the axe.
Each vocal asshole.
What?
A parallel.
I know what that. I know.
What did that say?
Do you want me to say what I
I think I heard the word a-hole.
Do you want,
Or am I hearing wrong?
all I heard it say, and this is what I heard.
Go on, what did you hear?
Eat your mortal asshole.
I heard asshole, yeah, I'm sure I heard that. Really?
Eat your mortal
Who
asshole.
is this, please?
Eat your mortal asshole.
Seriously?
That's what I heard.
I heard the last word,
Yes,
yeah?
that's what I heard.
And what did you get after that? Was there something else? So somebody's hurling abuse at us right now. We're talking about axes as well. With that. Are you going to attack
you?
us
Who
for
are
some
you?
reason?
Give us your name.
Or hedging.
Didn't get that properly what it was.
Can you say that again? Can you tell us your name?
Do you feel there's an axeman standing here right now? Like hangman style with the mask on. I'm wondering if that's what was stood behind us on the path in the first shoot and we both sort of leapt apart. And
Topper Scott.
Are you an axeman? Like a guillotine person? Oh, they would talk to people like that, wouldn't they, like crap?
Oh yeah, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't be very welcome here, would I?
Well, the English wouldn't. No, not in them days.
I wouldn't, would I?
So, what was that message you got then?
Epirothy.
See, some of this could be in the Gaelic. They might be switching from English to Gaelic on purpose to trip us up. But arsehole is a universal word, and I understood that perfectly well.
Eat your mortal arsehole.
Go.
Ghost.
Ghost. The ghost of who? Are you an axe man? Somebody connected to an axe?
Well, give us your name then.
Ebergent.
Now, would that be like a Welsh Gaelic name?
I thought it was
Evil Church.
Oh.
Really? These are getting dark, these messages. We didn't have these through before. They were like quite merry ones. But then the lights were on before. Now we're in the pitch black. Here's a thing for you. How about this? When it's light,
Dylan Focus and Chew.
do you think it brings through positive spirits? And then when the lights have gone out, it's gone dark, it brings the negative ones.
I'm not having these.
Why? What's it said now? Just say it.
Plus Flame Tony.
It's not coming from you, it's coming from Necrophonic, so it can't say...
Basically said you can off.
Really? Who is this, please?
You can off and shoot.
I wonder if this is that person with an axe who's maybe protecting the castle, who's maybe a little
You
bit...
ran.
You ran. I didn't run.
We're not running, we're standing, we just want to find out who you are. And why you're giving us all this abuse.
We didn't run.
We haven't caused you any bother, so I don't know why you're giving it...
Inside.
What?
All inside.
Do you think it's someone commanding?
wall.
Wall.
The castle walls. Who are you, please? Were you in
Who are you
charge?
then?
Were you a guardsman or
No, if
something?
if you want us to go, you're gonna have
Off heel fifth.
to. I want you to say.
Who
Go.
you are,
Go. I want you
your
to say.
name.
Leave.
And tell us who you are, then we know who we're speaking to.
The verb to do means
Converted something.
Converted to.
Some of it's hard to understand, isn't it?
Getting some good ones.
We are getting some really good ones
Quite a
through.
decent one.
Who are you, please? Can you give us your name?
Italian Chloe Fred.
Something called me Fred. Oh man, did you hear that? Or call me friend? Not much of a friend if they're calling us assholes.
Oh, no.
Mind you, I've got friends who call me assholes at work, so yeah, no, it's probably right.
Who are you and why are you here?
You can Tipperary.
That sounds like Tipperary, like Island Tipperary. Very strange messages these. Nothing like what we was getting before. And if you guys check out part 1, we was actually getting some really nice messages still on part 1. We was actually getting like really welcoming messages, so I do think sometimes that when the atmosphere changes, a different kind of spirit can come through. Because the messages we're getting through right now are not very welcoming at all.
Well, who are you?
The care home is over there, and it started really with that, didn't it? This second part. This is what can happen, isn't it, with spirits sometimes? It's like... But I do think sometimes that when it was nice and bright and lit up on part 1, the castle, we was getting all these really nice people through, welcoming us and all that. As soon as them lights went out, the atmosphere changed and we're getting all the darker people coming through now, so I'm wondering if that's maybe not got something to do with it. I'm wondering really, yeah. If they only come through in the darkness, some of them.
So
It's weird how it's changed since the lights went out.
Who are we talking to now? You know, if you're coming out with all these abusive language, you need to tell us who you are at least. And why you don't want us here.
And do you know what else too? We've lit them red torches up. And they've only come through since we had the red torches on. Are they attracted to certain light colours?
Possible.
I mean, these are all experiments that we don't know, do we? Who are you, please? Can you give us your name, whoever was hurling abuse at us before? Andy's been to plenty Man United football matches. He can quite easily hurl abuse back. It's gone quiet now, hasn't it?
Just words. Can you say? Go near that green light there.
We've got the EMF meters set up here.
Make that light up.
If you come close to these and flicker them, we'll know that you're here. We've got 2. If you're here. And do you know what else too? The pleasant ghosts that we had through before seem to have disappeared now, so perhaps they've gone because this character's come forward. I'm getting, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing an axeman, you know, standing with the old, like, hangman's leather mask over his face, with an axe. Big bellied person. You know, yeah. That's the castle up there, guys. It's very dark right now.
Do you not... Oh, but really cold now. Do you not get the feeling?
Yeah.
Somebody's...
Patrolling.
I don't know.
It's since 9 o'clock, innit? Maybe the night duty came at 9 o'clock or something.
I don't know. I distinctly.
You feel someone's patrolling the walls up there.
Somebody's patrolling.
See, I can't get a good shot of the walls because the lights are all out now.
Instance.
You'd have to get a really big flashlight to get that lit up now.
But, yeah, just...
Creepy roadside.
Creepy. Well, it is. The whole place is creepy, if you ask me. So that's the care home at the back there. And then the village is up there. And some private houses back here. The castle is here, but it's pitch black right now, so it's hard to give you any kind of picture, but we can show you in case we get any orbs. It's good to pick spirit light up when it's pitch dark. But if you watch part 1, we filmed this castle when it was all well lit and we were getting some really nice positive messages through. It's suddenly turned very strange and dark and different against us, hasn't it, really, now? Are you going to try an EVP? So for those people who haven't yet seen part 1, we picked up a ghostly whale on the EVP on the first part. Sounded like a female spirit.
Yeah, now I got
So we're going to see if we can get...
woman's voice, but for the life of me I can't work out what it says. It's a woman's voice, but I can't work out what it says.
We'll do some more EVP on this second part, but I've got a feeling we might get something dark and menacing through this time. So Andy's going to set up EVP. So I'll keep quiet while we record that. The first part, if you watch that first, we got a ghostly wail, like a woman moaning, like wailing, shrieking in the background. We did 2 sessions, and we got it on the first, we did get it on the second. So we're going to start now.
Who's the person who's been shouting at us? Are you patrolling the castle walls? And what's your name? Why are you still here? And if you want us to leave, then you need to tell us to leave very, very loudly. Are you patrolling the castle walls? Do you not like us being here? You need us to go, and you need to tell us how we need to leave, how to get out, and I need to hear it very loudly.
Just come into the light, Andy, then we can see you better.
Who's the person who's been shooting at us? Are you patrolling the castle walls? What's your name? Why are you still here? If you want us to leave, then you need to tell us to leave very, very loudly. Are you patrolling the castle walls? Do you not like us being here? If you need us to go, then you need to tell us either not to leave or to get out, and I need to hear it very loudly.
Twice I've had red flashing on your face. I don't know where that's coming from.
It's off your torch.
Is it this?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Did you hear anything on that?
Not on here, no. No.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera on here and let it roll for a bit whilst we do some things, because it's really hard to get the light in tonight, guys, with the rain and the wind and everything else. So I've had some pretty dark energies coming through, like, really recently. This last sort of half hour. You want to come over here, Andy? Then we can see you as well.
Look at face recognition. Always me.
I'm sure it recognises your
I
face.
look like a mad accent coming behind
But
you. Know.
thinking about like lighting and stuff like that, I have noticed when it's well lit, not just here but other places too, you get like really good spirits coming forward, and then when the lights go out, it can take it darker. So I'm wondering if maybe the lighting, and also I'm wondering now about using red lights, because in the past when we've used red lights at Smithers Hall and other places,
It has worked.
we've had more negative spirits coming through. So question for you guys watching, and for us too, and anybody else who's conducting paranormal, do these different colours of lights affect what kind of spirit we're pulling through?
I think sometimes when you've got lights on, you do feel more secure. When you've no lights on, you're giving off more energy because of that fear factor. Because you're in a darker condition, you've not got that safety of the light.
Yeah.
In the daylight, you feel alright. You could go into the most haunted house in the country in daylight with all the lights on, and you'd be right. As soon as all lights go out, it's a completely different thing. So I think they feed on that energy that you're giving off, because that energy levels up, but they also feed on your fear.
Yeah,
That
I
fear-
do believe
that
that,
fear-
actually.
that-
Yeah, I
that
think
fear.
they can. I
But
think
the-
they can
Handle.
I do believe
Yeah,
that,
they do.
actually, because going
They
back
feed on that energy.
now to when I were a kid in my parents' house, which we had a bit of a haunted, a ghost thing going on there for several years. When I was about 12, 13 in my room, I used to hear feet creaking and then banging on my bedroom door, and how I felt was frozen, literally like a block of ice with fear. You're literally paralysed. Your body paralyses with fear, and you can't move because I think it's like a defence mechanism thing that kicks in. You just don't want anything to come in and be able to get you and stuff, because you're a kid and that's how your mind thinks. But you actually do paralyse with fear. I paralysed with fear, and it happened night after night after night. And nobody believed me until one night my mom woke up about 2, 3 in the morning and heard it, and then she says to me in the morning, "I believe you now because I heard it myself." And it's terrifying. It's petrifying, and anybody who's had that experience will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think sometimes that, I think they can feed off your fear. I think if they know that they're making you feel like that, then they can, a little bit like, I guess, someone who's looking to attack someone, if they think that person's fearful, then they're going to think, oh, I can grab them and get them, kind of thing. And they do feed off fear. I do think that, yeah, definitely. And this is why, even though you feel afraid, sometimes when you're doing paranormal, it's good to sort of show strength and stand up and try and show, like, I'm not scared, whatever it is, you can't get me. And even though you're not feeling like that, badly played piano, it's like, just show that you're not afraid, and then I think they cannot get at you, especially if you're going in places where you're using Ouija boards and there's that chance of being scratched and all that. I think maybe just show that
fear thing, though.
I'm not afraid and you can't touch me, you can't hurt me, and I think you can get them to back off. But tonight, for me, it's been like, the castle was well lit, we had plenty of torches, we were getting really nice spirits through. Then the lights went out and it changed the whole mood.
What I think they fed on? As soon as those lights went out, you jumped.
I did, yeah, because it went
jumped.
pitch black and you did freak out, and it's your natural instinct to freak out and run.
Yeah,
I did. I admit.
I know, but they've
because it's
jumped
like
at the chance.
it's the atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah.
even whether there's a ghost there or there's not, you're in a brightly lit place and all of a sudden all the lights go out, the atmosphere changes, and for me, when them lights went out, all the dark messages started coming forward then, and I think we've had some really dark ones coming down this end.
Yeah.
And I've lit the red torch lights up
Mm.
because I do that sometimes to give that little bit of a devilish, and then it brings through negative. And I'm wondering now if certain lights, colours of lights, can attract certain spirits.
It's,
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Is
it's,
there anything else you want to try out before we wrap it up? Because we're going to, we're
I'm-
staying in a old
No,
inn
I've-
tonight, and we're the
that's-
only people there tonight apparently. So we're gonna listen out later on. If we hear anything, we'll roll the cameras because there shouldn't be anybody else.
that was,
We shouldn't hear anything
for me, that's been interesting. That because sometimes, I think sometimes when your expectations are low, you get more, and I think you think you do sometimes, and you think you go and do it, and you don't expect a lot, and you get more. You can go into some of these pretty well-known, world-famous haunted houses, haunted buildings, haunted, places, and you come away
With very little.
and you
it's-
get very little, and you're disappointed. But I think sometimes when your expectations are high,
Yeah.
you're wanting something to happen, and I think a lot of these places, if you go in with absolutely no expectations whatsoever, try and get stuff through, but not expect stuff. And I think sometimes when you go to some places and you're expecting poltergeist activity,
I think
you're
what's
expecting
happened now
spirits, you're expecting things moving.
with certain places like East Drive,
Yeah,
which we've
they-
done
they-
twice, and also the Conjuring House in America, it's like they've been done to death now, and it's like how many times, how many paranormal groups can you have in a one house? How many times does it get done?
And you think sometimes,
And you think, have they ruined it now by having so many people trooping through the doors with it?
and then you wonder. You see programs where they go in and they get all this stuff happening, and then you go in and you don't get anywhere near what's happening, and you start thinking,
Have they been
Is
faking it, or
is it really as haunted as people make out? Is the stuff that's being faked?
I just think they're done to death.
You
I mean,
know.
like 30 East Drive. All right, we've done 2 shoots there now. We've put it into one
And
for
it's-
YouTube,
I
but
just
all we've really had there is when we've been asleep on the floor, we've heard a couple of doors
Yeah,
creaking open on their own,
I
and
d-
we've
I
had the clock face opened on its own right at the beginning, and then we had where the coffin REM pod was triggered when a black shape come in and went out. All right, we had in like a full night we had a couple of things, but I think you go in with big expectations. You expect more than that. You expect things to
Yeah,
get
you're
thrown, and you stood
disappointed.
and waiting and thinking. But then we're honest about it. Do you know what I mean?
But-
It's if we get it, we get it, and if we don't, we're not going to make it up. We're going to say we haven't got anything yet.
And I think I find when people have a tour around, I think some of these certain programs, they do a tour around, and the people who are touring them around are telling them things that have happened. So actually straight away, oh God, that's moved and that's moved, and it's planted into the head.
Yeah.
I much prefer somebody going in and saying to me, yeah, we've had stuff happen. We've had stuff happen in here. We're not going to tell you what. We're not going to tell you who. We're not going to tell you what kind of stuff that's happened. So it's not implanted yet. If somebody says to you, this building, there's been a lot of shadow figures, your mind's telling you the shadow figures.
Yes,
and
you're going to see them, and
everywhere.
yeah.
So I'd rather go somewhere and somebody say, yeah, it's haunted, things have happened in here. We're not going to tell you what, we're not going to tell you who, we're not going to tell you why, and we're not going to tell you where.
Yeah.
And you pick it up yourself, and I think the places where we haven't been told, we know it's haunted, and haven't been told what's happened and stuff like that. It was like 4 Crosses. We had some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
But
yeah.
we basically weren't told anything when we were there or
Yeah.
anything. It was like, you tell us what you're
Yeah.
getting, you tell us what you're feeling, you tell us what you're seeing, or what you're hearing.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're going to be in Wales for a couple of days, so we're going to do a couple more pieces
Yeah,
from here. And but
see
that
what's
person who got me the T-shirt that said "Paranormal Investigator," have I run off enough yet? Yeah, I
Yeah.
have run off tonight. So yeah, well, thanks again for watching and thanks for subscribing and following the channel.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do some more in Wales,
Yeah.
and we've got some other haunted locations coming up as soon as we get into January. So thanks for happy Christmas to everybody. And thank you very much for staying with us, and hopefully,
Yeah,
we'll
thanks for everybody.
carry on in the new year and give you some more good stuff
We'll
to
keep
watch.
going and we'll keep you laughing.
Yeah, so take care, everybody. See you very soon.
Right.